So since the pandemic, I think people have had a lot of time to think about what they really want to be doing with their lives and their work-life balance. So for a lot of people, they've been turning to the idea that maybe they've had for a while of starting up their own business. But for some people, that can seem quite daunting. There's a lot to do when you start a business, lots of startup costs. And so turning to a franchise might help to alleviate some of those worries. You've got a support network with a franchise. You've got other franchisees to help you out. You've got the support of the franchisor as well that you can ask questions to. So you don't feel quite so much like you're on your own. And also there are a lot of costs associated with starting up a business. So you'd have to pay for a website designer, all of your SEO, you'd have to get an email address sorted, all of the marketing. You wouldn't have any images that you could use from you doing that service before because it's a completely brand new business. Whereas with a franchise, all of those things have already been paid for. So the website's already been paid for, the email address, your domain, a lot of the marketing will have been done for you. So it can actually work out cheaper to start up a franchise rather than to go it alone. So children will be learning a range of different things through our clubs. So some of it is to do with the national curriculum, but also a lot of it goes above and beyond that, just for their own interest. So we have topics on space, but we also have more niche topics, such as spinning forces is one that we did recently. And the children do seem to retain the information, I think, because it's all practical. There's absolutely no reading, no writing. They're getting to do things, not just watch things. And that really helps children to learn and to remember. So they're getting this really great foundation so that hopefully when they go on to secondary school, some of these concepts that previously wouldn't have been introduced to them at that age, they don't seem quite so alien and they seem exciting and interesting, and hopefully that will follow through to those children then being able to get careers in STEM fields in the future. So for anybody wanting to start a franchise with Fun Science, what we'd say to them is initially ask all the questions that you want. So get in touch with us, ask all the questions you've got, look on our website, look at our prospectus. You can talk to other franchisees as well if you want to. You can even come and watch a birthday party to check that it's definitely for you. From that point, once you decide that you do want to go ahead, we can do it if you want to go ahead in a few months, that's absolutely fine. If you want to go ahead in a year, or if you want to start a bit sooner, that's absolutely fine. What we do is there is an application process. So once you've gone through that and passed it, we would start the marketing in your area so that once you do start, you've got customers ready and waiting for you. There's then a training process. So we'd arrange all of your training, make sure we get all of your science equipment to you, and just make sure you're really happy with everything before you start. From then, we take it from there. We keep doing ongoing support with you and just help you to start doing those workshops, birthday parties and clubs in your local area. We've worked hard to build a really great reputation across the whole of the UK, particularly in the areas where we do already have branches. We've got a fantastic reviews all over the internet. We've worked really hard to make sure all of our lesson plans are really well written and really well structured as well. So we have to have the right person come to join us in our network. So some of the best franchisees that we've had have been people that have worked in schools before. So that's teachers, teaching assistants, people who've had other roles within the school, who've become a little bit disillusioned with working within a school. There's a lot of pressure when you work in a school, and they were the people that loved the teaching side of things, but weren't so keen on the paperwork. So we've had some fantastic franchisees come out of schools, but also we've had people that don't have an education background at all. So that's people with a drama background perhaps, or something completely different. What we always say is you need to be the kind of person that would be described as enthusiastic or passionate. We always say that it doesn't matter too much if you don't have much of a science background, because we can teach that. But enthusiasm is something that can't be taught. So if you're the sort of person that kind of doesn't think you could drum up the enthusiasm to be in front of a group of children and make them excited about science, then you're not the person that we're looking for. We want someone that can stand up in front of that group of children, and just from the first moment before they even start the experiment, the children are thinking, yes, this is exciting and I can't wait to see what this person's going to do.